everybody. As you can see, weather's a bit not the greatest today. However, it was supposed to rain and it currently is not. So, I guess winning. So today, I'm going to mention 5 things that I am not tremendously fond of regarding the tracer that we have right here. First of all, however, I'm going to start with one thing that I absolutely adore about this thing. The people who know me know what's coming. But pretty much this is going to be it. Just have a listen. Yes, the exhaust. The person that owned this before me did a very good job. He bought an Akrapovic, which personally I would never ever do because they're so much more expensive than everything else. Good for you, bicycle. However, I am very, very glad. Very, very glad that I have it. So, now on to the things that I am not very fond of. Let's just bear in mind I've had this for a week and a half. The weather has been pretty terrible for that week and a half, but I've still managed to rack up about 1,000 kilometers on it, so I've done pretty well. So these things are, I don't hate them by any means. There's nothing I hate about this bike. These are just niggles that I have discovered, and they're probably personal preferences, but we'll see. You can agree or disagree with some of the things. So let's get on to the list in no particular order. Number 1, the indicators. So this definitely is just personal preference. I know it is, but on the R1, etc., or any car that I've owned, whenever you push your indicator stock or the indicator button, the indicator just like that pops on. With this sucker here, watch this. I don't know if you can see this. You push it, now the indicator's on. You push it, now the indicator's on. And the reason this annoys me is because I have to reevaluate my entries and exit to roundabouts now, of all things. Or as a South African friend of mine has enlightened me, that South Africans call them traffic circles. So yes, generally entering a roundabout like this, you go into said roundabout. If I want to go off to the next exit, you hit this exit, you indicate, and away you go. But with the delay in indicators on this, I now need to start indicating before I hit this exit, before my exit. Because if I don't, if I indicate at my normal time, I guess, which is when I pass the final exit before mine, then the indicator doesn't turn on, because I tend to be going around the roundabout quick enough. The indicator does not turn on until I'm at the exit of the roundabout, and then I look like one of them bell ends that doesn't indicate on the lit until the last gosh darn minute, and that irritates me. So the delay in indicator turns me into people that I dislike, which in turn makes me dislike the indicator delay. Number 2, the fuel gauge. If you can see the fuel gauge just there, the top, it's got 5 blocks. The first block is half of the fuel tank. So you're riding along, you're like, yep, cool, whatever, just having it, just chilling, riding along, and then all of a sudden half of your tank is gone in the blink of an eye. Don't like it, Yamaha. I think as you're beginning to see, these are niggles more than definitely personal preferences. They're not really factors that will make people not buy this bike. You shouldn't not buy the bike because of the fuel gauge, etc. I've just noticed these things numero 3. The hand guards. Okay, I was getting a bit worked up there. Okay, so the hand guards, they're not actually hand guards. They are clearly for aesthetics. And by golly, do they work for aesthetics? Fantastic looking things. But they are actually... Hold on. They're actually anti-hand guards. In the sense that, see where my hand's sitting right now? In chilly weather, it directs the airflow over the hand guard and then actually underneath the knuckle guard, like straight underneath it. That means that when I'm just cruising along, the back of my hand actually gets really, really cold. It will be super on summer days when I want some air, but for coming into winter, not ideal. Number 4. The placement of the rear foot pegs. Pillion foot pegs slash baggage holders. I don't think you can see them in this video. I don't know if you can see them at all. But, and again, this is more probably something I just have to adapt to. When you're on a sports bike, like the R1 for example, when you're not shifting gears a lot, I tend to put my feet, like the toes of my feet, on the foot pegs. However, if I try to do that to the normal position on this bike, then my heel hits that damn pillion passenger holder. So I can't actually put my foot to the regular comfortable position because there's no room. Granted, this is probably, as one of my friends pointed out, this is a tourer, like a tourer or an adventure slash tourer bike, so you don't really put your feet in the sports position or something. And I kind of agree, like I'm sitting upright enough to put my feet in a different position and be comfortable. It's just habit. Just listen to this going around here. Oh, well, the exhaust is essentially pointing at the ground right now. Praise the Lord for sounds like that. Nice car. Okay, number 5, the final one. And really this is me. I struggled to find a 5th, and I actually have forgotten momentarily what the 5th one was. Hold on. Ah yes, I have it. So flicking through the menus, okay, the bottom one here is current fuel. So that's your instantaneous fuel that you get in cars, etc., etc. And this one really is me being a petty little man. And as I said, I really had to look for a 5th issue with the bike to find this. But the current fuel only updates every like 6 seconds, 6 or 7 seconds, which is really long. Like it's long. That only annoys me because that in turn makes me wonder whether that affects the average fuel. Like if I'm doing 3.7 litres per 100k now. If I do this until so registered at 6.8. If I let off now, I'm not obviously not doing 6.8. It still says 6.8. Will for that 5 seconds or so, will that have counted towards the average fuel? Because I didn't accelerate for the 5 seconds, but it said 6.8 for 5 seconds. Do you know what I mean? Like it goes into the maths part. And I kind of like the fact that this doesn't really take any fuel, so I like to see my average fuel being beneath 5 litres per 100k, which I have no idea what that works out as in miles per gallon. So about 50, 57, 58 miles per gallon, which is really good, because it's like this thing is like a typical middle to upper class British person, in that it only sips some fuel, so it's riding along. It's got its little cup of tea or its little fuel injector there. It's stuck its pinky finger out, and he's just having, oh yeah, sir, that sip was way too much. I only need a little bit. Oh my golly, I took too much. I only need a little bit. So yeah, this thing does well. Overall, adore the crap out of it. So good. 1,000 very, very lovely kilometers in not the greatest weather conditions, with the R1 still being in the shop. So this thing, those are my 5 hates, or like minor dislikes as they actually are, for the MT-09 Tracer. Thanks for watching, guys, but for now that's me done, so bye bye.